Hello and welcome. Today we're going to dive into a really beautiful and powerful way of looking at our lives and all the connections that secretly tie us together. It's called the tree of life metaphor. So let's jump right in.
So let me start by asking you a question, a big one. Do you ever feel like your life is completely, 100% your own? Or do you sometimes get that little feeling, that little whisper, that you're caught up in something much, much bigger than yourself? Like you're part of a current you can't quite see.
Well, the framework we're exploring today gives us a kind of map to understand that feeling. Think of it as a new way to see our place in the world. It's this incredible metaphor of the great tree of life, and it helps us visualize how everything is connected, starting with you.
To really get this, we have to start small. We have to start right where we are, with our own individual life. And in this metaphor, your life, right now, is like a single leaf on a massive tree.
From our own point of view, we really do feel like that single leaf, don't we? We feel the sun on our skin, the wind blowing past, the rain that nourishes us. We have our own unique life, our own story. It feels totally separate and complete all on its own.
And then, eventually, that leaf falls. This is how we usually think about death, isn't it? As this final, absolute end. And from the leaf's perspective, it totally is. Its story is over. But, and this is the key, the leaf might be gone, but the tree is still standing.
So what happens to everything that leaf went through? Was it all for nothing? Well, in this way of thinking, absolutely not. All those experiences, especially the tough ones, they don't just disappear. They get reabsorbed back into the branch, becoming nutrients that feed and strengthen the entire tree. Nothing is ever wasted.
And that leads to this really profound idea that the hardships we face, they aren't just random, meaningless suffering. They're challenges our own soul actually chose for this life. Why? Because it knew those were the experiences it needed to grow. They're like the most potent nutrients for the soul.
Okay, so we've placed ourselves as a single leaf on this tree. But of course, you and I both know that no leaf grows all by itself in the middle of nowhere. So let's zoom out just a tiny bit and look at the branches we're connected to. Just look around you for a second, metaphorically of course. You're surrounded by other leaves. Some are so close they're fluttering on the exact same little twig as you. Others are just a twig over, on the same branch. So who are these other leaves? Now, this framework makes a really important distinction between two types of deep connections. You've got soul brothers and soulmates. And let's be really clear here, they are not the same thing at all. Let's break down what makes them different.
First up, soul brothers. This is your most fundamental, most primal connection. The idea here is that one original soul split itself into different fragments so it can have a wider range of experiences. Those other fragments, they're your soul brothers. You are literally cut from the same spiritual cloth, growing from the very same twig.
Now, get ready for this, because this part is pretty mind-bending. Usually, only one of these soul fragments is down here on Earth at any given time. So while you're here living your life as a leaf, the other parts of your own soul might actually be in the spirit world, serving as your most personal, most dedicated guardian spirits. I mean, who could possibly guide you better than another part of you?
Okay, now let's look at those nearby twigs. That's where we find our soulmates. These aren't parts of your own soul. They are completely separate souls who are basically in your spiritual graduating class. You've agreed to reincarnate together, lifetime after lifetime, to help each other learn and grow.
And this is maybe the biggest takeaway about soulmates. We tend to think of them only as our life partner or our best friend, and sure, they often are. But, and this is a huge but, they can also show up as our most difficult family member, that colleague that drives us nuts, or even our biggest rival. See, their job isn't always to make us feel good. Sometimes their job is to push our buttons and challenge us, because that's how we truly grow.
So we've gone from the leaf, to the twig, to the branch. You can see where this is going, right? It's time to zoom out even further and take a look at the entire tree and the forest that it's a part of.
This just lays it all out so perfectly. You can really see the journey we're taking. We started with the individual, the leaf. Then we zoomed out to our closest soul connections, the twig. Now we're seeing how those twigs form branches, how the branches make up a whole tree, and how that tree stands with all the others in a global forest.
So in this grand metaphor, an entire tree can represent a huge collective soul group. Think of it like a whole society, a culture, or a nation. It's a community of destiny, a group of souls that keeps choosing to be reborn together, sharing a common history and shaping the unique character of that tree.
Now, the source material is really clear on this next point, and it's super important. It's great to be proud of your own tree, but it's crucial to remember that your tree is not the whole world. A healthy forest needs all kinds of different trees. The entire global ecosystem thrives on the unique strengths and differences of every single tree, all coexisting together.
And this is what brings that massive idea right back home to you. Your personal story, your struggles, your wins as just one little leaf, they're not just for you. They get woven into the fabric of your tree's collective story, adding your unique experience to its overall strength and wisdom.
Okay, so we've seen it all now. The leaf, the branches, the tree, the whole forest. It's beautiful, but what's the point? What's the engine that's driving this whole vast interconnected system?
Well, that engine is reincarnation. It's the whole mechanism that lets a soul come back again and again to live as different leaves in different times, in different cultures, under different stars. All of this is to gather the widest, richest range of experiences possible for the soul's growth.
And this all leads to the final, really empowering message. After seeing this whole picture, this quote just hits different, doesn't it? It's a call to action. It's saying, look, no matter how hard it gets, fight through it. Because that hardship isn't a mistake. It's the very experience your soul came here for. It's how you make this life meaningful.
So, to wrap it all up, your life, right here, right now, with all its ups and downs, it's not some small, isolated, meaningless story. It's a vital, important chapter in the massive, epic saga of the entire forest. You belong here.
And I'll leave you with one final thing to think about. If all the people in your life are just leaves on nearby branches, what's the wind? What's that invisible force that blows through and rustles all of you together? Is it a shared dream? The spirit of the times? A common challenge? That's something worth pondering. Thanks for joining me for this one.